voices shouting through the night. Static hum that shakes the ground. Rift Nation rising loud, profound. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Steel strings, scream the truth we bring. Echoed chaos, hearts that sting. Electric veins that feed the roar. Harder, faster, crave for more. Dust and sparks ignite the air. Shattered silence, do we dare? Tidal force, relentless stream. We're the edge, we're the dream. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Rift Nation, hold the line. In the chaos, we align. Through the storm, through the pain. We're the anthem in your veins. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Rift Nation, hold the line. In the chaos, we align. Through the storm, through the pain. We're the anthem in your veins. Broken screens and flashing lights, voices shouting through the night. Static hum that shakes the ground. Rift Nation rising loud, profound. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Steel strings, scream the truth we bring. Echo at first glance. Lighting skies with a glance. Psychic Viking women's dance. See the future, see the past. Visions of a mighty blast. In their wake the shadows cast. Psychics lead until the last.
Well, hello everybody. It's Saturday. Are you excited? I'm excited. Okay, we're all excited. Awesome. Welcome everybody to the Viking Celtic Pixie. I'm your host, Susan Svanbeck. Svanbeck. Yes, I smell it. I smell it. I smell it. I spell it the Swedish way. I've only had 2 cups of coffee, so my tongue goes. So, welcome, everybody. This is open readings as always. And again, either channel or rooms. And, I let you guys pick your options. And the way this actually works is you just let me know you'd like a reading. And if you do, you let me know if you want channeling or rooms. And when you do pick the runes, you have to be in the room for the runes because you have to think of the question. Runes are meant to guide you based on a particular question or an avenue that you're planning on. So the runes will help guide you through it, what to expect, and what to do in case there's an issue. But before we start these readings, guys, guess what? I am going to actually runes. Nice. Mr. Odell wants runes. Heidi wants runes. Yes, now you're getting it. Now you're getting it. Runes are awesome because you don't even have to tell me the question. Just think of it. Think of the question, the avenue, and the runes will help guide you through it. So pretty awesome there. Changing jobs soon. Okay, so then we have Linda and Galen. Hello, Linda. Hello, Galen. Hello, Heidi. And again, Mr. Ed Odell. But before we get started, I have to tell you about my conspiracy theory here today. And what it is that you guys know I speak English. I don't speak any other language, okay? But my man does. So every now and then he likes to throw a little Hispanic when he's talking. He'll talk to the dog in Spanish. He'll talk to the TV in Spanish and stuff like that, right? So all of a sudden, my TV starts giving me Spanish commercials. Okay? I don't speak Spanish, and I keep trying to explain this to the TV, which I know sounds weird, but if you ever wonder if they're listening, guys, they're listening because it never did this before. Now it does this. I'll get Spanish commercials, which is, I'll get the gist of it, but I don't really speak it that well. I understand some of it, not most of it, but this whole thing is hilarious. Yes, my TV has it in for me. Even my TV puts my man first. What do you think of that? It's like, literally, because they say Amazon is getting sued because they're listening. Okay. Well, I have an Amazon device. Okay. And then I have Alexa. So yes, they're listening in and putting my man before me, just so you guys know. So yeah. And I find it funny, but
following what you're saying.
Oh, Alexa, stop. See? Easier to ignore if that. No, because he speaks Spanish, but oh my God. So I know Miss Linda would like runes too. Galen, if you want runes of channeling, you got to let me know. We're going to start with the list and I will add names to the list as we actually go here. But I thought there was a pretty funny story, but then I'll show you guys the latest thing. I'm attempting chainmail. So I'm going to attempt chainmail bracelets here. So something new that I've been trying. I'm pretty proud of that. I took it apart 4 times before I actually got the right deal. But so we got some runes. We're going to do the 5-card spread today. Okay. So first up for runes is we have Miss Linda. So Miss Linda, you need to think of your question. Hello, Jade. And again, guys, you have to let me know what it is you want. We have Linda. Galen, you have to let me know if you want channeling or runes. And then we have Heidi for runes, Ed for runes, and of course, Jade just came in as well. So, hello, Linda. Linda Nielsen. Okay, we have Linda. All right, let's see. I know the whole thing is just wacko. Let me tell you. So, Linda Nielsen, of course, the other host of the A Cosmic Cushion podcast. Awesome connection we have. So, but yeah, this is all right. So, Cinderella. All right, you have to let me know if you want channeling or runes. And you have to be in the chat room at the time. I have a list. I go down the list. I know Linda wants runes. So when I call your name, all right. So we had. I know I'm going to read these four, and then I'll go back up and I do them in order. Is what I do. So right now we have Miss Linda. So think of your question, honey. All right. Focus on what's going on with your question. I'll catch up on the chat room in a minute. So focus on your question. Today we're going to do the 5-card spread because I'm in the middle of a project, so there's not enough room to do the one I wanted to do. I know I got to learn to clean my desk before I do this. So Jade also wants runes. You got it, honey. So we got Jade. We're having a rune day. I love doing runes. I really do. I love the runes. Okay. So this is for Miss Linda Nielsen. Galen, let me know if you want channeling or runes, honey. All right, let's see what we got. 5-card spread. Think of your question. Think. And we're going to do the avenue here of what's going on. The 5-card direction is what we're actually doing today. Jade has runes. I have that down. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. This one gets read differently because normally the top card is the last, but in this particular spread, the middle is actually the last, which is weird. Now, the first card is Isa. Okay. Now, Isa is ice, but what we're talking about is the past and the influences basically on the quarry. So ice is also stagnant, non-moving, not moving forward. It can also be energy loss, cooling, and also can be a separation of actual focus is what's happening. Also ill feelings. So you have to remember, Isa is stagnant. It's not really progressing. It's not moving forward. And that's what makes it feel like an energy loss. And again, for some reason, this is feel like an energy loss for you. Next card you have is radio. Radio is upside down at the moment. Upside down. And this one is the problem and potential obstacles on your path. Now, each layout means something different. So I have my little cheat sheets of the layout here because each one means something different. I always let you guys know, honesty. Problems and potential obstacles. Okay. Now we have radio coming up. Now, radio upside down again is upset in plans. It's delays because it's a wheel. So if the wheel was moving forward, it's good. Think of it as a flat or reverse is what's happening. So there's going to be like upset plans, delays, and again, unexpected travel loss. So if you have plans, they're not exactly going to go as planned for a travel incident when we're actually moving, or if we're thinking about starting something new, there's definitely going to be a delay where you need that backwards type movement happening there. Number 3 is now these. Okay. Now these talks about need. Okay. Need. Okay. So it talks about need is what it talks about. But in this particular instance, this is being okay. This is a stroke of luck or beneficial influences working in your favor is what this one is. So okay, so what we actually have happening right now here is wrong directions. So wherever it is that you the question that you're based, it's not moving in the right direction. That could be why the wheel is holding it back. Whatever it is that you're focusing on, the wheel is holding it back because the directions themselves or the avenue that you plan on taking aren't correct. And again, that could also be a way that we're thinking about something, the way that we're actually moving. So we have this happening. There seems to be like a procrastination happening. So we need to take that step back and make sure everything is actually going the right way. So the way that we're looking at it, the reason this is a stroke of luck is there must be a reason that this is actually coming forward. Now we have the fourth card, which is the immediate outcome. Inguas. 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 Inguas can't really be an upside down card. Some people will read it that way, but I don't, because there's no way Inguas can be upside down in any way, shape, or form the way I look at it. Now, Inguas represents hero, okay, is what it actually represents. It represents potential freedom. It also deals with consequences and coordinations, things actually coming together. So the immediate outcome is, even though there's something holding back, you will be able to move forward on this. There's a reason things were delayed or held back, why the ice was freezing things, why radio, the wheel wasn't actually moving forward, but it is going to work itself out. I know sometimes situations actually get frustrating, but I wouldn't worry about that right now. Now we have Feiyu. Feiyu actually deals with cattle. Cattle in the old days represented what? Wealth. Okay, so we're dealing with a wealth card right now, or abundance, but wealth doesn't necessarily, or abundance doesn't necessarily always mean money. This room represents both the eventual outcome and the lesson that you should have learned from the experience. So, what we're dealing with is fulfillment. We're dealing with power. We're dealing with material gain. But the one thing you have to remember is too much of a good thing is not always good, because sometimes Feiyu can represent greed. So you need to watch if there's greed happening around you, or if there is, like, if it's something within you or something without as far as greed. But I do see things going fulfilling. Things will be working out very well. And this will be a lot of fulfillment, a lot of power, and definitely material gains is what's actually happening. So if you can come forward, I'm hoping you understand this, of what's actually happening or going on. And then we have Galen. Galen is up next. So Linda, hopefully you understood that. We have Galen up next. Let's see who else we have in the chat room here, so I can take some more names. Okay, we have Ed. We have Ed written down. We have Jade written down. Let's see. New subscriber. Okay, Cinderella, you have to let me know if you want runes or channeling. Cinderella. Well, welcome, Cinderella. You can just put R for runes or C for channeling, and I will understand, honey. Danielle Long, we'll put you down as well. Danielle Long. Okay. Hi, honey. You just have to let me know if you want channeling or runes. Right now we're doing Galen. Galen. We're gonna do the deck we usually always do with you. And again, I don't use cards with you when I read you personally, but we'll do some channeling after that. We have Heidi. So Heidi, start thinking of your question. Galen, this one is for you, honey. All right. And I really need to get a new screw for this microphone. I'll get there. All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right, things are going to start coming into balance. All right, but there is negativity coming towards you. It's how you react to the negativity. Don't push negativity on negativity. In this particular case, two negatives do not make a positive. That's a little algebra term there. So things will start getting into balance. There will be some deflecting coming. Don't absorb it. Don't allow it to actually come to belong, come around you. But I do see, as far as like home, there will be a sense of belonging coming up to you right now. It's there's a place where you feel that it's actually coming along for you. Don't Don't allow yourself to get down. And that's the reason why they don't thank you. They don't want you to absorb any of the negativity around you right now. And the reason for that is it'll start bringing down your self-worth, what you think you can accomplish. Do not allow that to happen. Just literally let it go in one ear, out the other. Do not absorb it. Absorb the information that you need, but not the actual feelings, if you can understand that. Okay. And I do see a lot of fire coming towards you, which is good. There is a final conclusion coming to the situation that you've been dealing with for a little bit. So there will be a conclusion. A place where is it's definitely a place where you feel home. This is home. This is even everything about it just feels balanced and home for you. Okay. All right. Now, okay. So now we have Miss Heidi for runes. Heidi, what I need you to do is think about your particular question, my dear. We have Heidi and then we have Ed. So, Heidi, think about your new question. There you go. Cinderella over on YouTube, new subscriber. If you would like channeling, please let me know. If you would like runes, you have to let me know whether you want the rune read or the channeling read is what you want. And I just tell you pretty much what Spirit has to say. And who else do we have here? Linda Nielsen, got it. Channel for Danielle, got it. Channel. Hold on. And then just had truck pause in for this morning's nap. All right. And that was Galen. That's Heidi. Okay, that was Galen. You're welcome, honey. Oh, thank you, honey. Okay, you got it? Good. Yeah, this is Moldavite, Kunzanite, and Herkimer diamond in a wire wrap. They're all wrapped together. They're little chips. Okay, so this one is for Heidi. After Heidi, we have Mr. Ed. We're doing the 5-card spread. Is what these want to jump. And it's telling me no false information. So we shuffle again. All right, let's see what we got here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so starting off right off the bat, we have Eros. Now, Eros is the past and its influences on your query, okay, as that's what we're dealing with is Eros. Now, Eros is, oh my God, I love when I have brain farts, don't you? Because I don't. Eros deals with an ox. Ox is strength. Thank you very much. So that's what we're dealing with in the past. And again, we're dealing with the past. There was definitely a strength, but there were some health issues. Okay, health issues. Again, for some reason, this is something that's actually going in the past. Misconceptions, like diluted. Thank you. Help me. Give me that name. Diluted. Um, Not seeing things clearly. Okay, this has to do with all of this. There is strength and promotion coming, but as far as health, what's happening is the negativity part of that. And the negative part of that is something that's going to be in the past. Okay, so now we're going to deal with number 2. Number 2 coming up is Enzus. Now, Enzus deals with God, wisdom, and that's what you think gods are. Gods are knowledge. Now, this is the problem or potential obstacles in your path is what you're dealing with. So, what we're actually dealing with is we're dealing with aggression, anticipations, Krish. Okay, tests. There's a test coming up. Okay, something. Okay, thank you. Test and advice is what we're actually dealing with. The problems has to do with sometimes in life we get tested, is what it is. So God's wisdom is saying you need to take this test because this test is going to bring you the knowledge and the wisdom that you're going to need for the future. So it's not like saying, "Oh God, I'm going to get an F on that." It's not that type of a test. It's a more of a spiritual moving forward type test. Okay, so this is a test coming that's going to be almost final, almost like a final test, is what they're actually saying. Number 3, Isa. Isa, ice stagnation is what we're actually dealing with. Stroke of luck or other beneficial influences working on your favor. Sometimes We need to be stagnant. We need to take that stillness. We need to be frozen. We need to be not moving. So things not going forward is actually working out to your benefit. So this is a good thing. Some people like get impatient and they don't like it. This is a good thing for you. Things are not going to be progressing quickly. It's going to be slightly stagnant. Allow that to happen. Allow the energy to bring the stillness in, because that's going to bring a little bit more clarity if you can understand that. And then this is number four. Number four, Dagas. Number four is the immediate outcome. I have to remember these. The immediate outcome. So what we're dealing with right now is Dagas. Dagas deals with day. It deals with ambition. It deals with light. Okay, so there will definitely be a breakthrough, a growth, and a cosmic conscious awakening or realigning type situation. So that must have been the stagnation. So things were stagnant because situation, whatever happened, will be progressing in a more positive light for you. So this is what we're dealing with. Dagas deals with dead day. There'll be a lot of light, a quick breakthrough, and this is a really positive thing coming to you. Now, radio. Now, the radio represents wheel, but radio usually, to me, it represents a TV antenna, but no. So this is going to be the rune that actually represents both the eventual outcome and the lesson that you actually should have learned. Radio represents the wheel. This isn't a positive thing. So there'll be the journey is something that's going to be worth it in the long run. There's also going to be a lot of messages, a lot of the right, not right, what? Right avenue, right? Hold on. I hate when they do this to me. The right avenue, the right activity, almost like the right thing that's coming in towards you is going to be absolutely perfect for you in the long run. So this journey that you're going through will be something that progresses quite well, if you can understand that. Okay, and that was for Miss Heidi. And then we have Mr. Ed Odell himself. Mr. Ed Odell. And I think he had a question that I'll have to focus on because I'm not sure if he's at work or not. Well, let's take a look. I think it was job related. Hold on, let me take a quick look here. Okay. Okay. I got Ed, I got your question in case you're at work. It is 12:27. Okay, 12:27, Mr. Odell. We are going to do your reading, and I do have your question. So I will plop it into the cards here. Um, okay, you're here? Okay, new job. Okay, you got that focused in your head? All right, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, stay there. All right, in the past. Ooh, Ewas. Ewas, slightly upside down. This is the past and the influences of things that actually happen for you right now. Now, as far as Ewas being upside down, there was a long journey, something that had to change, sudden changes, timing. Nothing was actually timed the way that it should be. But this is the past. So that's a good thing. Timing was off in the past. So that's a good start right there. All right. So we have what, two? Timing was off. Kenny's. That's not right. Hold on. Kenny's. Thank you. Number one. Okay, I got to read this differently. Sorry. We'll start off from the beginning here. All right. So what we're dealing with is Kenny's right now. And this is the one that has to deal with the past influences. They want me to go in a different direction. I don't ask, I just go. Okay, Kenny Zas deals with wood, but this particular thing is upside down. So we're talking about facing up to particular things, giving up on old ways. And again, this was the past. Very hard to give up on things that are actually out of date, kind of have to do modern. This is going to be a modernization coming to you. That's number one. Number two is EWAS, and that's the problem in obstacles, has to do with timing. Okay, so EWAS comes in and that deals with the actual timing. That'll be an obstacle, not a stopper. Okay, the timing of situations coming. Now we have FAYU. We're dealing with finances here. FAYU, cattle, wealth. That's what we actually deal with in this thing. So there will definitely be disappointments, loss, and there will be some money issues. That is a lot of the reason why there's an actual holdup. So because, and again, this is working in your favor. Believe it or not, this is working in your favor. So what we're actually dealing with right now is, because there is a disappointment and because there is money issues, something else will come up. I don't know what yet, but I know something else will come up. So focus on the fact that, don't try to like argue the income. You know, you have so much leeway when it comes to income for certain positions, but you have to be careful of something like that. So let's see what the immediate outcome, the stroke of luck, has to do with. I don't get the lack of finances. I don't get why that's a stroke of luck. Help me out here. Okay, Perth row. Okay, so now we're dealing with Perth row. Perth row is the immediate outcome for things that actually happen. Okay, so Perth row is upside down. There will definitely be a secret is actually going to be revealed, which means that there are individuals in the background working for you and towards positive. Okay, but there's going to be an unexpected result, and it's actually going to help the situation of what's occurring. Okay, so because of these individuals, people, and spiritual help that are in the background, this is going to help the situation. It's going to actually balance out the financial loss. Okay, now the okay, the rune that represents both the eventual outcome and the lesson of this particular thing is Soilo. 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 Now, this one is actually upside down at the moment. Okay. So, what you need to do in order for make this to work is you need to get um pretty much, oh my goodness. Um Instead of focusing on center, like you being the center, focus more on the whole situation. That's going to get you to the avenue that you want, because this is telling you not to center just on you. Try to think of the whole, the benefit of everything that's happening, the good minus the thing. Like, say, having a job that's out of town, you have all this money in gas that you have to do. But if you take a job closer and it's less money, does it equal out the same and you have less travel and wear and tear in your car? So it benefits you. This is what we need to actually think about. Okay. So think about the balance of things that are actually coming towards you in order for you to reach your goal. Okay, because I do see, instead of the center, look at the whole. Don't, like, if it's a loss, like I said, if it's a loss of income, don't think, okay, that's it, a little less money. Think of everything, adding everything up together. Thank you, to figure out the final income of things that are actually happening. Cheapest, that one was weird. Yeah. So sometimes, depending on your area, like travel, like a little less income if it's closer, does it actually balance itself out, is what you need to think about as far as that. All right, Miss Jade, hopefully you understood that, even though I had to restart it. Okay, Jade, we have runes for Jade. Runes for Jade. Okay, so Jade, come on down, think of your question while I shuffle. Hopefully I didn't confuse you. Kind of weird, but understood. Yeah. You know, in other words, this, thank you very much. Spirit just said that this is temporary. The situation will be temporary, not permanent. Something else is coming along. But first, it's kind of like you have to get your foot in the door. Once your foot's in the door, then your worth is known. Thank you. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? Okay, I got your question ready. I got you. Okay, this is for Miss Jade over on YouTube. All right. Okay, maybe we can get one, two, three, four, five. Let's see. Damn, Issa comes up a lot today. Issa, ice. Wow. This is, I don't know how many times that I keep shuffling the deck, and this, like, all of a sudden, everything's like frozen, stagnant, not moving. Issa, ice. Ice holds things together. So, and again, this is the past. Things were not moving. And again, the not moving, the stagnation, the feeling of like cold and things not moving exactly the way you want. This is the past. So this is actually a good thing to have in the past. Sometimes being stagnant, coming towards a situation is good too. But in this particular case, being still, ice, non moving forward, a little bit of stagnation, gives you a chance. And again, you were able to refocus. You were able to refocus on the situation. Okay, so that is Isa. Now, number two, we have Eligas. Eligas looks like a branch. I love that. It looks like a branch. And again, this is this is elk. When it comes to Eligas, this is the problems and potential obstacles on your path. So these are going to be some of the issues actually arising of what's happening. And again, friendship is going to be one of them. Optimism, almost like your soul is tired. Okay, so coming up to you, and again, potential problems and obstacles, it's almost like you're bone weary, your soul weary. Friendships will arise. Sometimes we do have to let go of things that aren't serving us correctly. So there will be some issues with friendship, but you do have a lot of optimism around you, which means remain optimistic that things will balance themselves out if you can understand that. Okay. Allow things to balance, but you need to look at who you feel, thank you, who you feel drained around and who you feel energized around. Some individuals will make you feel drained. And again, there's a lot of reasons behind that, energy vampires, your soul not getting the positivity and things that you actually need. So there are a lot of reasons coming. Now, what we have coming up is your stroke of luck and benefits for the influence is Gabo. Gabo is gifts. Gifts. Awesome. So what we have coming in here is we have love, gifts, and again, we're dealing with fortune and divine union. So, what the other card was actually representing, thank you, now that this one comes up, was that you need to get rid of what doesn't make you feel good. Okay. And again, at this point, definitely, I'm not talking about your kids, okay? But if there is a friendship around you that doesn't work anymore and you can't communicate it out, then you need to let it go for a while and take that step back, okay? But the gift that's actually coming into you right now, this is going to be a stroke of luck coming in towards you. This will be really a better avenue for you. Definitely partners, things, love, good fortune, and look for the love and the divine union that's something that was meant to be. Divine union, yes, can mean a relationship. It can also mean a friendship that was meant to be as well. So those two are actually coming in. The fourth card, we have Ingwas. Ingwas is coming in again. So Ingwas is the immediate outcome that's actually coming in towards you. Now, Ingwas, of course, represents hero, is what it represents, okay? And that's potential freedom, and it deals with consequences. So, in other words, conclusions, things that are meant to be are actually happening. But there's a lot of potential and a lot of freedom coming. This is not a negative freedom. This is a positive freedom for this. That's the immediate outcome. Things will be positive. You have to maintain that aspect of things. Then we have Thurizas. Thurizas. Okay, so we have Thurizas actually coming in, and this is the rune that represents both the eventual income and the lesson that you should learn from the particular experience. Thurizas deals with giant. Okay, so what we're dealing with is protection. We're dealing with non-action luck warnings. So these things that we're actually dealing with right here, um, the protection, you got to remember Thorizos, thorns. I always think of Thorizos as thorns, even though it's a giant. Thorns, when you're in somewhere, if you're in a thorn, in the middle of a thorn bush, people are going to have trouble getting to you. Okay. And when you see the thorn bush shaking, what happens? You know there's somebody trying to come for that particular direction, but then they will be stuck by the thorns, not you. So try to think of it that way. So non action, like waiting in the middle of the thorn bush for the other person to make their move, is a benefit for you, if you can understand it that way. I was trying to put it in an avenue that would be more accessible, because this is actually representing the eventual outcome and the lesson. So the lesson sometimes is not to jump to conclusions, so to speak. Take that time, take that step back and allow things to happen. Don't like allow it to like eat away at you, so to speak, if you can understand. All right, so we have a first time here. First timer, we have Cinderella. Cinderella. Ah, totally understood. Good. All right, Cinderella over on YouTube. Come on down. You wanted channeling. And I think Danielle Long wanted channeling as well. Don't push, just wait. Exactly. Sometimes if we push too much, we break stuff. Sorry. Yeah, I can't remember what Danielle wanted. Sometimes go channel. Okay, Danielle wanted channel, and Cinderella wanted. Okay, Cinderella, come on down if you're here. And then after that, we have Danielle Long. Okay, after that, we have Danielle Long. And remember, guys, unplug Alexa. Otherwise, she'll change the language of your TV. Okay, Cinderella. And again, what's the whole name we have here on YouTube? Sorry, guys, I'm going back through this. Okay, Cinderella. Oh my goodness. Rosinski, I think. Rosinski. So come on down, Danielle Long, if you're here. Come on down as well. I like to know you guys are in the chat room as I do this. So let's go. Cinderella, Danielle Long, if you are here, please come on down. We get about 15 minutes left to the show, guys. 15 minutes left. Yeah, so I'll let you guys know how I make out the chainmail. It's something that I've always wanted to try. And it was like, you know what? Let me just stop second guessing it and just try it. You got to try something new every now and then. You really do. So I was like, all right, let me try a chainmail bracelet. And I figured copper, because copper is a good conductor of energy. Okay, Danielle Long is here, and Danielle wanted channeling. So we'll channel. Now, Miss Cinderella, if you are still here, come on down and let me know so I can read you after Danielle, or read Danielle first. Yeah, I like to make sure individuals are still in chat room. Okay, so channeling is what we got going on here. All right, let's see what we got happening here. It seems to be passion is on a hold or on a reverse. And again, that when I'm talking passion, sometimes it doesn't always have to deal with relationships. A lot of times it has to do with things that we enjoy doing. It's almost like we're not enjoying them anymore. We're taking that, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. And you've always done it and you've always been good at it, but you're just not, you don't have that fire under your butt, that passion, so to speak, to actually come. Um, there's a lot of movement around you. Thank you. A lot of movement, a lot of higher level spirituality. Thank you. Sometimes that makes sense. Sometimes outside influences will kind of like bring a negative aspect of things that are coming to try to keep you from either growing or from sharing your gifts, your knowledge, your part of yourself that you're meant to share. It's like part of your journey. And a lot of times other people will try to hold you down. That's the easiest way to put it. Don't allow somebody else to hold you down. Allow yourself to grow the way that you need to. Yeah, so there's going to definitely be a balance understanding between you and spirit, because I do see spirit is coming in quite strong with you. So if you've been on hold as far as a block, as far as your spiritual energy, that is something that's going to clear up. I do see, thank you very much. I see the channel that used to be like this is spreading wider and wider. So you're going to have a broad spectrum of information coming in towards you. Look up the clairs. There's many different types of clairs coming in for you. Your self worth is actually improved. That's good. So you're not going to allow the individuals around you to be able to put you down. There's a lot of air around you, a lot of movement, a lot of spirituality, which is a really good avenue to have. So allow this channel to come in. When I talk about looking up the clairs, it's there's clair knowing, clair audio, clair seeing. There's so many different types of gifted individuals that sense things in many different types of ways. Some just know and get the knowledge downloaded. Some see images. Some hear voices. So some feel things very deeply. So there's a lot of information out there that comes in many forms. Don't allow anybody else to tell you, yeah, that's not real because it's supposed to be this way. It doesn't happen that way. We're all individuals. We're all different, if you can understand that. So, and again, allow these things to come to you, and pat yourself on the back once in a while. It's okay. You did good. You've come a long way, and you're going to continue to go in that direction. Cinderella over on YouTube. Are you still here? If you are still here, let me know. Let me know. Yeah, all I have to do is mention the AL little bot that plays my music, and yeah, that one comes up, and you never know. So yeah, it's really quite an interesting avenue what we have going on here. Don't push, just wait. That was for Jade. And so true. My passion is music. I try to block negative people. Yeah. Yeah, just don't allow them around you. Let your passion shine. Let who you are shine. It's just who you're meant to be. Don't allow anybody to hold you down. Nobody. Just be you. Enjoy and have fun just being you. That's all you can do. So we have Miss Cinderella over on YouTube. If you are still in the chat room, I would love to give you your read, but you have to be in the chat room. That's the only avenue. Unless I've read you for a long period of time, then I know your energy. But when you're new, I really prefer to have people in the chat room. So um, you have to wait for the people that actually come in. We multi-stream here at the Rift Nation Network. So we multi-stream many, many different channels. So we have to go by what it is. You're welcome, honey. I'm glad I could help. So we have, what do we have? I can't even see the clock. My new glasses come in soon. Yeah. Where the heck is, yeah, that's my little, I don't know if you guys can see that. It just says what read is what as far as where the runes are placed and what they're supposed to mean. So, but yeah, because I don't always remember, because there are so many different types of readings when it comes to the rune, that I want to make sure that what I'm telling you about the particular position is something that happens. So let's see if we can find out. It's August right now. So I'm going to ask the runes, okay, what's going to happen in August. Like, let's see. Let's think of a question here as we wait for Cinderella. Okay, and then we'll get ready and we'll call it a day. Let's see. Think, think, think. Think of a question. All right. Ah. Oh, Denise, you haven't had a reading yet? If Cinder is not around, could I get a rune read? Yep. Do you have your question in hand, Denise? 'Cause I haven't read you yet. I didn't see you pop in, hon. Think of your question, and we'll plop it into the cards, and we'll do runes. Mm. Ah. All right. Focus. Okay, focus. All right, we're doing the 5-card direction today. Earth, air, fire, water, spirit. You've been listening in the background. Okay, you got your question. Awesome. There we go. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Oh, you're welcome, honey. All right, so the first one is the past influences on the quarry at hand. In other words, the things that influenced you is stuff that will be leaving or stuff you might have actually learned from. Okay, so what we have coming up is Perthrow. Perthrow represents dice. What does dice represent? Destiny. You know, life is, you just roll your dice and see how it is. So there's been a lot of destiny. There's also been a lot of mystery, secrets, and infiltrations. Thank you so much. Infiltrations. People that were around you were kind of infiltrating, sometimes stealing ideas, sometimes not having your best interest at heart. Okay. So that's what we have coming in for Perthrow. They're not like an unexpected rivalry. And again, secrets will be revealed. And this is something that's part of the past, part of why things happen the way they did. Okay. And then we are dealing with Thurizos. I think we just had a long conversation about Thurizos. Things just keep coming up, is the way it is. Problems and potential obstacles on your path is what we're actually dealing with. Now, Thurizos is a protection, okay? It's represented as a giant thorn. Is another avenue they think of this. There's a lot of protection around this particular rune. So there's definitely going to be a luck coming in. You'll have the warning signs. And again, non-action is sometimes a good thing. So these, what we're dealing with is problems and potential obstacles. So not things not moving the way they should. Okay, things not moving the way they should, but yet luck is on your side. So you have to remember that sometimes the problems are because the lack of things that are happening, the warnings that are coming in. Heed the warnings that do come in. And again, warnings can represent so many different things. It could just, hey, there's a rainstorm coming, bring a raincoat, so type thing, because you never really know with that. Now we have stroke of lucks and other beneficial influences working in your favor. This is position 3. Position 3, we have now these. Now these is your needs, your basic needs. That's how you remember that. So remember this. Now these deals with basic needs is what we are. And this one is 3, strokes of luck and other beneficial influence. So now these is coming in and it's giving you the patience that you need. It's, in other words, the obstacles, sometimes obstacles are necessary for the journey. Um, and again, the way that I explain these things is just basic everyday life. So, a stroke of luck, you could be traveling somewhere and all of a sudden you have to take a detour. Okay. So you take this detour that you normally would take, it takes you out of your way. But what do you see? Oh my God, there's a cute little stand, like, and you were hungry. It's got like fresh vegetables and fresh juice. And you're like, oh my God, stroke of luck. It just went that way. So there's a reason sometimes in life things get detoured because something else is coming in. So just go with it. Go with that detour. Allow things to actually happen and work in your favor. Now we have number 4, which is the immediate outcome. We have Tiwas, but Tiwas is upside down. And again, what is Tiwas? An arrow. Easy enough. So it deals with a warrior. But this is blocked energy, is what we're dealing with. Some of the energy, questionable motives. Watch who's around you. Some of the motivations that are coming out of this will not be for your best. Okay. There'll definitely be a lot of blocked energy coming in towards you. So watch people, places, and things that are around you right now because the immediate outcome has a block on it. So now we're coming up with Jara. Now, Jara is the rune that represents the eventual outcome and the lesson you should have learned from your experience. Okay. So we have a Jara. Jara is coming in. Jara represents the year. It also represents harvest. That's what we're talking about. The reaping of what's happening. Okay. This is coming in upside down. Okay. You need to watch. Thank you. You need to watch who's around you right now. And again, people, places, and things. There's some misconceptions, some warning signs, so to speak, that's coming in towards you because. Yeah. Okay. So because Gerard is upside down, we don't have that harvest coming in towards you. All right. We have the opposite of the harvest. The fruit is not as barren as it should be. It's just barren. There is nothing there. So you need to be careful of what's happening in your particular area. Watch your group, your people, your places, your things, and make sure that your energy level is working for your best benefit. Okay. And sometimes we do need to take that step back from individuals. If you can understand that, it's just because we're going through something, things happen. And if they're true friends, it would be something that they can understand. Hello, Miss Nikki. Hopefully you can understand that. How are you doing? All right, guys, guess what? That's it. That is definitely it for today. So awesome, awesome. So hopefully I might be staying in the AC today because I'll tell you it's one hot day out here today. Definitely hot. So you're welcome. Hopefully you understood that. Thank you so much. My phone keeps ringing. Ah, yeah, I hate when that happens. But I think the logistics of it today is, but the I have the eavesdropping Alexa over here, and changing the language on my TV, which is kind of funny. And then we have other individuals sometimes that are around us, always aren't here for our best and highest good. So you need to do what's best for you. It's not being negative to step away from a situation if the situation is doing you harm. Sometimes we just need to do that. We need to look out for ourselves as well. We should, because if we don't take care of us, you can't do what you're meant to do for everybody else. Hot here too, geez. All right, guys, have an awesome. I will see you Tuesday on Cosmic Cushion. We're going to do the second half of this show. It might end up 3 parts if we work some of the chakras. That'll help individuals deal with. It'll be chakras, crystals, oils, and all kinds of things that help deal with individuals with different types of addictions. So I might be adding that in as well. So I will see you here on Tuesday, and don't forget to check out the Orion Effect on Sunday. Sunday, Sunday. Awesome. My whole upper torso feels like it's about to spontaneously combust. Yes, AC. Awesome. Yes, you can always tell when it's hot. My hair got. It is what it is. Stay cool, everybody, and don't forget, do what you need to do for you. All I got to say is peace out, and I will see you again. Bye.